Pike Habitat for Humanity affiliate, which means we are for the whole county. We build mostly in Troy and Brundage, but we have the ability to build anywhere in Pike County. I want to talk to you about safety and a little bit about what we do here. I think it's good for folks to have an understanding of what they're volunteering for. So the principle behind Habitat is that everyone deserves a safe and decent place to live. And there's a lot of folks who are right at the level where they could afford a modest mortgage, but they can't get a loan because you have to have money to get money, right? That's how it works. And they can only afford a modest mortgage, right? So the idea behind Habitat is using volunteer labor, which is why we need volunteers. We can keep the cost down. And so we can build this house for about $70,000 to $75,000, including purchasing the land and everything else. The house value would be more like $130,000, $140,000. So we have an interest-free mortgage loan to the partner family who will be living here, and Lynn is here, so she and her kids will be living here, and so she'll pay that off like anyone else would a regular mortgage over the course of 20 to 30 years. But because we can do interest-free, which saves a lot of money, and because we have mostly free labor and we get some donated supplies, that cost is a much more reasonable price. So it helps folks just make that next little step into working class, middle class, safe, good homes. It's a beautiful neighborhood. We're really fortunate to be building here. And it makes a difference for generations. So thank you very much for volunteering, because that's the only way we can make this happen, right? Mm-hmm. So, okay, and then the safety spiel is that we'll do everything we can to keep you safe. To that end, if you see anything that you feel like is unsafe, someone's up on a ladder and they're leaning and all, they just go grab the ladder or say, hey, straighten up. If anyone asks you to do anything you're not sure about, ask questions, say, are you sure we should do that? Whatever. No one's going to be upset. So we want everyone to practice, best practices, etc. We have eye protection for you to wear. It's always a good idea. Since you don't wear glasses, I'll show you where that is. Is that bucket right there? Okay. We don't need hard hats today because we aren't really doing anything about our hats. But we also do that. What else? Oh yeah. So we actually our 3 priorities. Number 1 is safety. We want everyone going home with all their fingers attached and everything. So keep an eye on what you're doing and what people around you are doing. It is an active build site. There's going to be things on the ground and all of that, so keep track of where you are and where you're walking. The second thing is quality. We pass all the same inspections that any other builder does. And so we wanted this house to be a great house that'll last a lifetime for the family. And so take your time, make sure you're doing it right. We can always fix things, right? But not once we've done a bunch of other shit. So if you're doing something like, I don't think that's quite right, grab somebody, ask, we'll fix it. And the third thing is production. We have a lot we hope to accomplish, but there's always next Saturday. So that's the order: is safety, quality, those are our main concerns, and production, getting some stuff done. So today, what we're doing is installing windows, the drywall on the ceilings, and hopefully we'll maybe get to the walls as well. We have to get the windows in first, because otherwise the rain comes in. And we're installing attic stairs and a few other things.
Well, can you tell me about the project, how long you guys have been working on it, and why you think it's important to help out at builds like this?
Sure. As our local habitat, we try to build a house a year. And so we've been working on this house for about 3 months now. And this is for this house is for Lynn, and so we're building a house for her. And to me, it's just really important because it provides housing at a reduced rate. It's not free, they still pay a mortgage on it. Matter of fact, they cover all the cost of all the supplies, but by volunteering our labor, then they get the house for much reduced cost, which I think is really neat to be able to provide housing for people that would not otherwise be able to afford it.